Greetings, we'll cover a few details about Paul Allen and his life in a succinct manner. Here is a short rundown of his early years, education, career, persona, accolades, and demise. American business tycoon, computer programmer, researcher, financier, and philanthropist Paul Gardner Allen. In 1975, he and his childhood friend Bill Gates co-founded Microsoft Corporation, which contributed to the microcomputer revolution of the 1970s and 1980s. Also known as Paul Gardner Allen, famous as co-founder of Microsoft, philanthropist, he was known by the names of Idea Man and the Bitter Billionaire. Born January 21, 1953, Seattle, Washington, United States. Died October 15, 2018, Seattle, Washington, United States. Father, Kenneth S. Allen. Mother, Faye G. Allen. Siblings, Jody Patton. Educations, Lakeside School, Washington State University. Founder, co-founder, Microsoft Corporation, Vulcan Inc., the Paul G. Allen Family Foundation, the International Seakeepers Society, Interval Research Corporation. On January 21, 1953, Paul Allen was born in Seattle, Washington, to parents Kenneth Samuel Allen and Edna Faye Allen. His father worked as the University of Washington Libraries Associate Director. His mother was a librarian as well. Allen's parents took him and his sister Jody to exhibitions, concerts, and museums, which helped them to acquire a wide range of interests. He was very interested in science from a young age. His mother Faye used to host scientific club sessions for his elementary school when he was 10 years old. Allen attended the Lakeside Institution in Seattle, a private school, where he first met Bill Gates and developed a close friendship with him. Gates was 12 years old and Allen was 14 at the time. Both were avid computer users. Both of the buddies began honing their programming talents on various time-sharing computers in Lakeside's teletype terminal. Allen received admittance to Washington State University after achieving a SAT score of 1600, but he decided to leave school after just 2 years to work as a programmer for Honeywell in Boston. Additionally, he persuaded Bill Gates, a close friend and fellow computer enthusiast, to leave Harvard University in order to collaborate on a groundbreaking project. In Albuquerque, New Mexico, Allen and Gates co-founded Microsoft in 1975, and immediately began to market an interpreter for the basic computer programming language. Allen is credited with coming up with the company's moniker, Microsoft, according to a later story in Fortune magazine. Tim Patterson, a worker at Seattle Computer Products, had created a quick and dirty operating system, which Allen arranged for Microsoft to purchase in 1980. Disk Operating System, which the business created and sold to IBM, to run on their PC series, was a result of this agreement. Allen and Gates became renowned and wealthy, thanks to the IBM agreement. When Hodgkin's lymphoma was discovered in 1982, Allen endured many months of chemotherapy. In 2000, Allen resigned from the board of directors and withdrew himself from Microsoft's operations and companies due to his deteriorating health. He continued to serve as the company's executive's top strategist. Allen made a commitment to the growth of science and technology when he established the Paul G. Allen Family Foundation in 1986 for the improvement of health and human services. Every year, the organization awards grants totaling $30 million to various humanitarian and academic initiatives. In 1992, Allen and David Little created the Interval Research Corporation. It was a Silicon Valley-based laboratory that, after filing more than 300 patents, was finally shut down. Some of these cases involve well-known patent infringement claims brought against well-known corporations including Apple, Yahoo, YouTube, Google, Facebook, Netflix, eBay, AOL, Office Depot, OfficeMax, and others. Allen invested $243 million in Ticketmaster in 1993, acquiring 80% of the company. Under his direction, Ticketmaster entered the Internet in 1995 by displaying a searchable database, and its first online transaction occurred in 1996. The same year, the company went public. In 1996, Allen invested in his first professional sports franchise, the NFL's Seattle Seahawks. He was motivated to purchase the team by the threat that the franchise's former owner, Ken Behring, had made towards Southern California. He paid a Californian real estate entrepreneur named Larry Weinberg $70 million in 1998 to acquire his second NBA team, the Portland Trail Blazers. The Portland Trail Blazers were the 14th-ranked NBA franchise in 2010 and were valued at $356 million. Fay G. Allen Center for Visual Arts, which bears Allen's mother's name, opened at Washington State University in 2003. He also contributed $14 million to the construction of the LMN Architects of Seattle designed Paul G. Allen Center for Computer Science and Engineering. Allen has given a large number of money over the years to the University of Washington Medical School. Allen and his sister Jo Lynn established the Allen Institute for Brain Science in 2003 by contributing $100 million to it. Through the Allen Brain Atlas application, the organization's data is freely and publicly available. It belongs to a non-profit. He invested $41 million on the Allen Spinal Cord Atlas Online, Mouse Gene Atlas in 2008, creating it. In order to better understand how an illness or damage can affect the spinal cord system, the initiative enables researchers to gain access to the body of current spinal cord research data. By highlighting the regions where the genes are active, the map aids in the discovery of new diagnoses for neurological illnesses affecting humans today. 2011 saw Allen make the Stratolaunch Systems, the first private space transportation system, public. A dual-bodied jet aircraft will be used in this project to launch a rocket into orbit from a high height. His yacht Octopus, which was named the largest yacht in the world in 2003, was included in the list of motor yachts that same year. The yacht contains a basketball court, swimming pool, 2 submarines, 2 helicopters, etc. Allen was the co-owner and executive producer of a Seattle-based film production firm named Vulcan Productions, along with his sister Jo. The company's mission is to support independent cinema productions that are creative and in-depth. The Emotional Life, a documentary about psychology that explores human desire and the pursuit of happiness, was funded by the corporation in 2011. The paperback edition of Allen's memoir, which included a new epilogue, was released in 2012. Allen's memoir was first published in 2011, under the title Idea Man, a memoir by the co-founder of Microsoft. In the book, he discussed how he and Bill Gates created Microsoft and how, despite the idea's initial seeming redundant, they were prepared to implement it. Allen never got married, but he had many of girlfriends, and was very secretive about them. Jerry Hall, who later followed him on his yacht to France, after splitting up with Mick Jagger, was once romantically involved with him. Allen was sued by Abby Phillips for molesting her. She was the manager of Storyopolis, his production firm for movies and television. Allen was recognized by the Seattle King County Association of Realtors in 2008 for his outstanding dedication to nonprofit organizations in the Pacific Northwest and his estimated $1 billion in lifetime donations. He was given the Herbie Hancock Humanitarian Award by the Thelonious Monk Institute of Jazz in 2008 for his creative contribution to business and his work as a prominent philanthropist around the world. After receiving a Hodgkin's lymphoma diagnosis in 1982, Allen received a bone marrow transplant as well as multiple rounds of radiation treatment. He was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin lymphoma in 2009. It was successfully treated, but in October 2018, it resurfaced.